it's one of the biggest games of the season, I suppose. When they came down, I think every team in the Championship was looking forward to going to St James's Park, and especially after getting a draw on Saturday, I think we need the 3 points to get us up the table a bit.
And we'll be the first team to go there this season. Does that make it better or worse, or does it matter either way?
Doesn't really matter either way. I think you could catch them a bit off guard. They're going to be up for the first game of the season. I think they'll have a good turnout and it's going to be a great atmosphere, but I think we'll kill the game in the first 20 minutes and get the crowd in their back and get our supporters in our back and hopefully come away with the right result.
And this weekend is the first game at St James's since Bobby Robson passed away. Bobby Robson, who was involved in the Ireland setup when you've been there as well. Yeah,
he's a legend of the game. It's a pity to see he's gone, but I'm sure he'll get a good ovation up there, and I think every football player, anyone involved in football, has appreciated what he's done for the game, and it's a sad loss.
Did you have much dealing with him on a personal level?
Not really, no, not really. He was involved in the Ireland squad, but he was kind of behind the scenes. He came away on one trip. He wasn't the healthiest back then, and it was nice to get to meet him in person.
And for yourself, obviously came off the bench last week against Nottingham Forest and made a good impact. You'll be hoping to repeat that, if not start the game. Yeah,
definitely. Trying to get my name in there for a start, but Church, he's playing well at the moment, and it's going to be hard to move him, and it's nice just to have my name in there and keep doing what I'm doing, just come off the bench and try and make an impact, and as long as we come away with the win, that's the main thing.
And obviously you've just back from Ireland last night. Did you get a chance to say goodbyes to Stephen Hunt?
I did, yeah. It's a pity to see him go. Himself and Kevin were a big part of this club for the last 3 or 4 years, but times change, and I'm the last of a bunch of 3, but yeah, he's a great player. I think he's a Premiership player, and I suppose it's only right that he plays in the Premiership, and I wish him all the best in the future.
Thank you, Shane.
Cheers.
Shane, when he obviously came on last weekend, like Craig said, had a big impact basically, didn't he? I mean, would you see yourself now sort of you're probably disappointed not to start, I would imagine, anyway. But.
Yeah, I think everybody was disappointed not to start. I think it's a 20, 24, 25 man squad, and you can only pick 11 players at the end of the day, and there's going to be a lot of disappointed players, but yeah, the best we can do then, the 7 on the bench, is to look at the game and see if they can make an impact if they do get on the pitch, and that's what I aim to do, and I'd like to think I've done that, but I think it'll take a few more than one-off games to get my name in the starting frame, but I didn't do myself any harm, I suppose.
No, I mean, nobody seems to know exactly what went on with the red card. I don't know if you can shed any light on it, or...
we're having a bit of a tussle all game. He was pulling shirts, and then he just met me with an elbow on my nose, and I went down thinking, please don't be broke again, and I got up straight away, to be fair. I didn't really think anything, I didn't make a meal of it or anything, and the line I saw it, and usually you get them every 2 or 3 games and you just play on, but the line I saw it this time, and he dealt with it, and it's the end of the thing.
I suppose it was a bit, unfortunately, a bit late in the game to press home your advantage, really, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah. It was about 85 minutes gone, I think, and we'd only 5 minutes left then, playing against 10 players, and sometimes it's even harder playing against 10 players. They seem to dig in, and they tried that little bit extra, and disappointing not to get the win, but and then the draw isn't too bad, I suppose.
You've played in some big stadiums around the world. How does St James's Park rank up there then?
Yeah, I managed to get 5 minutes there when we were in the Premiership, so...
was that the 3-2? No, was it?
No, it was the second year.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
And 3-0, yeah. I came on towards the end of that game, and it's an amazing stadium. It's a massive club, and it's going to be a hard game for us, and I think we've got to put the big stadium and the big team out of the way and just concentrate on beating another Championship team.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be one of the more experienced players in the team, I suppose, on the weekend as well. In a sense, certainly in terms of games played and all that. That's some feat for what, you're 22?
I'm 22 now. Yeah, it's weird when we play young v olds. I'm suddenly in the old team, and it's a bit strange, but it's good for the club. I think it's so many younger players coming through and able to play in the Championship. It's only good for the club as a whole, and it shows that the manager has trust in the younger players.
You must get nervous before big games like that, I suppose. Not you, but when you're a younger player sort of thing.
I think you would do, but I think nerves help sometimes. That make you concentrate that bit extra on the game, and I think whenever you play a team like Newcastle, you're going to want to be at your best, and the lads are going to be up for it.
Is there a temptation to sit back always when you go to these big grounds, where perhaps you are the underdog when you're starting as the underdog, and try and not concede, or are you better off going for it?
I think you're better off going for it. I think by all means don't leave yourself open, but I think if you attack teams like that, I think you always reap the gains. You don't want to go to a place, hope for a 0-0 draw and end up losing. You may as well go for the win, and the draw might come.
It's probably a good time to play them, isn't it? With all the focus on what's going on and off the field and the buyout and this, that and the other, manager situation. It's probably not a bad time, is it?
That's it. It's a bit of a turmoil in the club at the moment, and I think a lot of the players want to leave and things like that, but yeah, we just got to concentrate on ourselves, got to concentrate on our own game, and go up there and do what we can do, and I'm sure we can come with the win.
Do you feel any pressure on yourself this year? Obviously now you're one of the bigger names at the club. We've got Kevin left and all the other people.
No, not really, because there's a lot of big players at the club, and yeah, I suppose when Kevin does leave, it puts the focus more on the other strikers, but it's a good thing for us, I think, to get in there and hopefully score the goals and create a bit of a headline for ourselves.